Hello and welcome to today's class. Thank you so much for joining me. This class is dedicated to you, Mum, and today we're going to focus on really just nourishing our bodies and taking care of ourselves, reconnecting to the individual incredible woman that you are, and really just being so grateful towards our bodies for how it can create life and nourish us and provide so much pleasure and beauty in our life. So let's get started. For today's class, you'll need a blanket or a pillow or a towel to support your knees, a water bottle, a hot beverage if you'd like to feel extra cozy, and some kind of pair of blocks. You could use some pieces of scrap wood or some books or 2 drink bottles that are a similar size. Today I have rocks, so that's also a great alternative. And feel free to place something supportive underneath your hips. We're going to start by sitting upright in a seated position, resting our palms on our knees and taking a few deep breaths. You can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, just keeping the eyes closed and connecting to your breath. Taking an inhale and allowing your belly to expand, your ribs to expand, and all the way up to your chest. And then releasing that breath, dropping your chest, your ribs, and your belly. Moving through this 3-part breath. Inhaling, your belly expands, your ribs, your chest opens. Exhale, your chest falls, your ribs contract, and your belly contracts back to the spine. Moving through a few more of these in your own time. We'll take a deep breath in together and exhale, letting it all out. Another big deep breath in and exhale, release. Keeping the eyes closed, we'll just start to do some neck rolls, allowing the head to fall forward. Dropping, rolling to the other side, going in a circle. And after a few rotations in one direction, switching directions. And coming back to a neutral spine, fluttering the eyes open, taking a deep breath in, the arms come up, palms to touch. Left hand comes down to the mat, reaching over with the right arm. Feeling a lengthening down the side of the body. Inhale, come back up to center. Other side, right hand to right side of the mat, left arm up and over. Feeling that stretch. Coming back up to center, we're going to go into a twist now. Left hand comes to right knee, right hand behind the spine. Take a deep breath in and exhale, look behind. Coming back up through center, the arms come up, swapping over right hand to left knee. Coming back through center. Bring our hands together, interlacing our fingers, and roll out our wrists. Just finding a bit of wrist mobility. And keeping the hands interlaced, flipping the palms out, curling over the spine, pushing the hands forward. Inhale, come all the way back up, arms come up overhead. Exhale, curl the spine over, bring the hands in front. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, placing your hands in front of you, coming onto a hands and knees position. From here, we're going to grab our blanket or our towel or pillow and place it underneath our knees, creating a bit of padding and support for the knees. And coming down onto our hands, we'll move through a few cat-cows. Inhale, looking up towards the sky, dropping the belly. Exhale, curling the spine, looking back towards your navel. Inhale, looking up towards the sky. Exhale, rounding over, looking down towards your belly. And then we're going to move into some barrel rolls. So dropping the spine to the right and swinging it over to the left, creating this roll through the back. And swapping directions. Being super organic and playful with this movement. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I'm going to put a little bit of weight into the wrist now, coming forward and moving the body in some circles, sending the weight over the wrist and then back towards the heels. Lovely. Coming back to a neutral spine. Inhale, we'll lift the right arm up towards the sky and then reach it behind us and then bringing it over us, reaching forward. Back up towards the sky and back down to the mat. And left side, inhale, the left arm comes up and point the fingers behind you and then reaching up and over forward. We're going to lift the right knee up now, keeping it bent and creating some hip circles. Rotating in one direction and then swapping it the other direction, and then stepping your foot in between your hands at the top of the mat, coming up into a low lunge position. We'll take a deep breath in and lifting our arms up to the sky. And on our next exhale, maybe lunging forward a little bit deeper into the lunge. Coming back to center. We're going to turn our left knee and foot to the right side of our mat. Coming into a modified warrior two position. Our arms go in front and behind, looking and focusing on the front middle fingers. And then we'll flip our front right hand and reach it up and over behind us. Our left hand slides down our hip. And exhale, bringing that right hand down to the mat on the inside of your foot. Left arm reaches up. And exhale, releasing the left arm down to the mat. We'll spin our left leg back around and in line with the direction of our mat. And heel toe our right foot to the right side of our mat, coming into lizard lunge. It's a good chance to grab your blocks. For me, today I have rocks, and using them to help you get a little bit more access into the lunge. Just giving you a little bit more space between yourself and your mat. And extend that front right leg, sending our hips back towards the heel and flexing that front right foot, folding forward, half splits. Inhale will come forward, lunging, and exhale, sending the hip back, half splits, straightening that leg. Again, moving forward, putting the rocks to the side or your blocks And heel toeing the foot to the left side of the mat, coming down onto your hip. You can get your blanket, your pillow, or your towel, fold it up and place it underneath the right hip, the right bum, right hip area. It's going to give you a little bit more support in your pigeon pose. And if you'd like to fold forward to find a little bit more comfort, have a sip of your hot drink. Take a few deep breaths. We'll inhale completely and exhale fully. Take a deep breath in, and we'll slowly come back up onto our hands. And then coming back into a tabletop position, placing the knees back on the mat with your support blanket or towel. And we'll do the other side. Left leg reaches out to the side, bending at the knee, and we'll start to do some hip rotations, circling the hip in one direction and then switching directions and stepping it in between your palms. Coming up into your low lunge position. Inhale, our arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, finding a little bit more depth in your lunge and coming forward. We're going to twist our right knee and foot to the left side of the mat, opening up our hips, reaching our arms in front and behind into our warrior two position. Focusing on keeping the front toes facing forward, the hip is open, and gazing at the front left hand. We'll flip the front palm, reach it up and over behind us. And exhale, bringing our left palm down to the mat on the inside of our foot, reaching up with our right arm to the sky. Maybe using your block or a rock here to give you a bit more access. And then coming back up through warrior two. We'll spin our back foot straight again, bringing our palms down to the mat. And finding our lizard lunge again, so the back leg reaches and lengthens behind us. And grab our blocks. And keeping our chest nice and open, looking in front. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to send our hips back towards our heels, straightening through that front left leg. And heel toeing it to the middle of the mat so it's a little bit more aligned. And flexing the front foot and folding forward. Inhale, we'll come back into our low lunge position. Chest opens up. Exhale, sending the hips back, folding over that front left leg. Inhale, coming forward again, chest open. Exhale, straightening leg. Putting our blocks to the side. We're going to heel toe our left foot to the right side of the mat, coming to sit down on that hip into our pigeon pose. And adding our extra support underneath our left glute. Taking a deep breath in and exhale, folding forward if that feels good for you. Take a deep breath in and we'll come back to our tabletop position, our hands and knees. Taking away our support blanket or towel And tucking our toes under, exhale, lift our hips up to the sky, straightening through the legs, downward facing dog. You can find a little bit of a stretch here, bending each leg. Inhale, we'll lift our right leg up to the sky, open up the hip and bend at the knee. Exhale, we'll bring our knee to our nose and step our right foot in between our palms. Our back heel stays nicely planted on the floor behind us and comes to a 90-degree angle. Inhale, coming up into our warrior two. This is our full expression now. And then straightening through the leg and coming into our triangle pose, reaching forward with our right arm and bringing it down to our right ankle. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Trikonasana. We'll come back up to standing and face both of our feet to the same side of our mat, both facing forward. Inhale, opening up our chest. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward into a wide leg forward fold. Maybe bringing the hands down to the mat. It's okay if you have a little bit of a micro bend in the knees. And then we're going to find our way to pyramid pose. So both of our feet and toes will face the front of our mat again, and we'll rotate our body to fold over that front right leg. Maybe shortening your stance distance and using your blocks if you feel like you need a little bit more space. And taking a deep breath in, moving your blocks to the side, and stepping back through downward facing dog, lowering your knees to the mat and sending the hips back, coming into child's pose, a well-deserved rest. Reaching the arms forward, finding a nice lengthening through the spine, resting the forehead on the mat. And just taking some nice deep breaths. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Inhale, come back up onto our hands and knees, tucking our toes under and lifting our hips back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, we'll lift our left leg up now to the sky, bending at the knee, opening out the hip. Exhale, bring our knee to our nose and stepping it in between our palms. Our back foot comes to a 90-degree angle, windmilling the arms up, arms in front and behind, warrior two. Inhale, we'll flip the front palm and extend the front leg, reaching up and over behind us. Exhale, keeping that front leg nice and straight, reach forward and bring the hand down to our left foot into Trikonasana triangle pose. Maybe using the support of a block, make it a bit more accessible. Inhale, we'll come back up through center. Both feet now face the same direction towards the side of the mat. Maybe shortening the stance. Inhale, we'll open up our chest, hands on hips. Exhale, hinging from the hips, folding forward. Maybe reaching for the backs of your ankles now. Drawing yourself closer into your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the spine. And we'll turn to face our hips forward now, squaring them off, coming into our pyramid pose. And folding forward over the front left leg. Placing the blocks away from us if they're there, stepping back through downward facing dog, bringing our knees down to the mat and finding child's pose again, but this time keeping the knees a bit closer together, and we'll rest the arms behind us with the palms facing up, bringing the forehead down to the mat into a more restorative child's pose. We'll slowly bring ourselves into a kneeling position, and then finding your way onto your back, coming into your final resting position, Shavasana. Finding any comforts that feel necessary to you, maybe placing a pillow underneath your knees or a blanket over the top. And just allowing your feet to fall out to the sides, your arms to lay beside you with the palms facing up. Closing down the eyes. And just starting to really slow down the breath now. Taking a deep breath in through the belly and exhaling. And working through that 3-part breath again, inhaling through the belly, filling up the ribs and the chest, and exhaling, allowing the chest to drop, the ribs to contract, and the belly to fall back to the spine. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Continuing in this in your own time. The mind starts to wander, just coming back to your breath, focusing on how it is moving through your body. And we'll slowly start to bring some awareness back to the space around us. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, turning your head left to right, right to left. Stretching your legs and your arms away from each other, nice and long. And then bringing your knees to your chest, giving them a nice hug. from side to side, massaging the lower back. And then rolling over to your favorite side, keeping the eyes closed and taking a few deep breaths. And then in your own time, making your way back up into a seated position, keeping the eyes closed. And we'll place one hand on our belly and one hand on our heart. Just take a moment to thank ourselves for showing up today. To thank ourselves for being an incredible mother. For holding space, not only for your children, but ensuring that you take care of yourself. Being incredibly grateful for your body, for all that it has done in creating life, and for nourishing you. Thanking yourself for showing up today, for your practice. And place our hands together at the center of our chest, palms to touch. Together we say Namaste. I hope that you feel more nourished and in touch with your body and the incredible woman that you are. Happy Mother's Day, Mum. Love you.